New York. What is up today, YouTube? We were just in that big old silver bullet right there. Going to preload for Monday. Wish I recorded it. Got a good story for you about what happened. But unfortunately, we were going to take that truck back. Not anymore. Kind of wanted its Jake brakes. But now we're taking the big red riding hood here. And, you know, it's got no Jake brakes, it's got no power. But there's some big old hills that we got to go up and down, and it'll be interesting in this whole thing. So we'll see what happens with her. But yeah, I wanted to go Jake braking down with this big boy here, but sadly that won't be happening. And sadly I didn't record it on the first round, and we missed something great, and I'm going to tell you about it once we're going by the same spot. So I hope you are liking these new videos I've been doing. Let me know in the comments if you have, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you are, and always leave a like on the video. All right, everybody, let's go trucking. Well, it is crazy to me that just about a half hour ago I was waiting to turn down this road, and there was a guy with his four-ways on sitting beside me on the CB yelling at me to get out and fight him. Some old man that had just cut me off. I'll give you the old play-by-play at the end of the video, but yeah, I was basically where that truck just was, waiting to turn down this road, and he was sitting there. I told him to follow me back to the yard. I ain't gonna pull over on the main road, bud. And either way, if I did, like, what do you really do? Are you gonna go, I'm gonna go hit an old man? Like, probably frowned upon, buddy, but yeah, he was pulled over right there. And whoever was behind us, sorry. Little hothead. I was just waiting to turn. So your worst enemy when you're rolling loaded with a set of grain trains or anything super heavy, 4-axle, whatever, fully loaded to the top, your worst enemy is a nice hill in front of you. So luckily for this hill, there's a hill as close to the, oh wow, that box truck was just like pulled out in front of those two cars in the background, and that was almost an accident. Exactly where I almost just had mine. Anyways, when you're coming down the hill, you want to get back up that other hill. So when someone pulls out in front of you like this box truck and then goes the same way you're going and whips out in the four-ways, it's a real big struggle. You either got to slow right down and take off a month's worth of brakes, or you get lucky and the cars just go by and you can just sneak it around them, which I had just done. I'll give you the full play-by-play at the end of the video, but I will tell you what, these hills are not fun to start at the bottom of, from like barely moving. So Mr. White Western Star pulled out in front of your flatbed and then whipped on your four-ways and said he didn't see me. Not ideal, buddy. Not ideal. And this old 350 horse can't even pull a set of empty trains up. We're dropping gears. I blew my first ever transmission on going up this side of this hill right here loaded. Kaboom! Right here at the top. Good times. Worst part about today's age, you can't even say I blew a tranny anymore. Alright, super cycle. So obviously, as you've seen, this thing has a hard enough time empty getting up a hill, and I got some big old hills to go up and down with this thing once we get loaded. So stay tuned for that. The yellow one's for sale. Oh well, apparently it's red large car day. No way. No good. So this may look like nice, flat, easy street here, but you would be wrong, because we got to come back the other way loaded. But if we were going this way loaded, we'd be going a real big downhill right now, and we'd be going a real big uphill right now, followed by one of the worst turns onto a T intersection road. Yeah. Anyways, without further ado, here is probably the worst of the three hills that we have to deal with on this run. This one is long and it is windy, but it is always had the other trucks, I'd be like, because she just drops. And she drops one more time. And I know it ain't no mountain, it ain't nothing crazy, but it's gonna make this old 350 Detroit work real hard with that big load on. I tell you what. This makes my truck work pretty hard. But with my truck, it wouldn't be quite as interesting because I wouldn't have to drop quite as many gears. So with this thing, I'll have the volume up, well, windows down, volume up. You know what I mean. This guy up here has an old K100 cab over I see sitting outside sometimes. Not often enough do I see it though. So this little incline here to this T intersection, and then if you look to the left, it's like straight bend, like you can't see anyone coming, and there usually is someone coming like there is right now, and they're not going slow, so trying to get up and going, you hope they're paying attention. Oh, whoa, little camper unit, bareback driver, come on. Oh, boat's following. It's a busy little road right now. Another car. Alright, let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, we got it. we're good. How am I doing right there, bud? They were weighing weird earlier with the other one, but I'll just hop on and see. Oh yeah. The one thing I don't like doing is coming back, so I'm about to make this turn, and it is tight. Yeah, that is a tight overhead passageway, and this turn is really tight. So you want to make sure you're going wide, but you don't want to drag your tarp holder things down the metal. Get her wide. I'm going to go over. This thing does not turn very well, so in the winter, this is the worst. I've had to go down that grass hill before and just drive straight onto the road and turn back around. It's like on my first week of trucking, so it was fun. A lot of years ago now. I was in an automatic slope nose Kenworth studio bunk, huge bunk. Good times. Learned a lot. All right, that corner was not so bad this time because I went wide. When I was here earlier, I did not go wide, and it was not good. All right, and we got the perfect load on. We are off like a herd of turtles. This turn right here sucks a little bit more now once you're loaded, but take her as wide as you can. I could go all the way around the place, but nah. Big truck pulling in. Should have been a second quicker. I would have been able to see ya. Anyways, we got the perfect load on. We are gonna go climb some hills, stack some bills. All that fun stuff. Yeah, I don't know who it is. Nor do I care too much. It is Friday for me. Probably Monday for you. Big, large, polished Titan. Dang, son, where'd you find that? Jen's gonna have to follow me in this old beast. Alright, climbing hills. Let's see it. See what she can do. The old girl. take this little shortcut that'll put you straight through, but I'd rather just turn one time and power up one time instead of twice. But yeah, it's just quite the difference between loaded and not, even though this truck can barely pull the empty trailer up the hill at full power. It'll be interesting to see what it'll do with this full load. over 2 or 3 of those big hills like we just did, but we are turning here. So yeah, you'd come around this bend and then boom, there you are, half pulled out with your set of trains, and you're flying at 100 in your car down this road, looking at your phone. Always good times. Take the room since I got her. All right, here comes the next big hill. This one's gonna be the fun one. So I am gonna try and get as much speed on the way down as I can. Obviously not like breaking the law as much speed, but like keep it right on the perfect cusp of fast and safe. And yeah, see how far we can get up the other side. I don't like doing this in my truck, let alone this whole thing. Alright. Here she is. Everybody hands up. We're doing 70 right now. Obviously I don't have to take brakes. So I'm hitting the brakes, keeping her about 80. Taking it out of gear for now. I'll find my gear on the way back up. Hitting the bridge. Nice and smooth actually. And now up we go. Oh, here comes Camperman. Get her in the lane, buddy. That'd be appreciated. Slid it right back in. Did it better with this truck than I did it with that big cat actually. But we still gotta drop some. I guess probably because I got some practice, I don't know. Oh, yeah. Always on and we're grabbing gears. Wow. Well, yeah, that wasn't actually that bad. It's nerve-wracking though. Alright, and then we got one more hill to hit where I can give you my little play-by-play of Buddy pulling out. And then I'll just head back to the yard, so that'll be it for today. Alright, back to that flat down. Sure all those golfers just loved my horns there a second ago. Well, since we're showing hard stuff to do in this old red, whoa, what is this pulling up to the intersection? Let me just slow that right down. Yeah, you turn that truck. You turn that truck, I'll turn this a bit. Check that out, damn. It's got some single lift axles on the back. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. From New York. Yeah, yeah. That is too cool. I've actually seen that guy go by my house like 2 or 3 times, and every time I do, I'm like, yo, check that thing out. And now I got him on film. Okay, this is gonna be tough. This is really busy. It's way busier than I was before. Like, it's gonna take me a long time to get across this, so I can't really cut in front of somebody. I should have just went there maybe. I'm gonna have to cut somebody off. Oh boy, old red.
sunshine.
Not cutting nobody off. Easy street. One extraordinary video clip this has been added to the video. We're real happy to get that truck on the old camera. I'm putting it in the intro. Not making one, but it's gonna be there at the start. And it was damn cool. I'm doing 70 in this truck right now, so I was at least doing 80 like I should be on this road. Speed limit's 90, whatever, 80. Anyways, I'm up here just cresting, and I see a white truck sitting there, and I see him inch forward, and maybe he looked up at me and looked the other way and then didn't look back, but right now he starts pulling out and just babying gears like 1, 2, 3, and then he gets it like not even straight yet, and his four-ways come on, and lucky enough for me, he's just getting straight about now, and a car's coming at me, not turning, and I got to get the signal on. I'm okay to pass here, and I went scooting around him, and lucky I did, because I would have been down to a 30 crawl, and then having to crawl up this hill, and we all know how hard it is to get a truck up a hill with a set of grain trains on, unless you got some high horsepower. So this truck does not have high horsepower, so thankfully it didn't happen to me in this truck, but we're climbing for the top. Wasn't a bad roll, actually. Anyways, the guy, I go on the CB and ask him why he did that, just like curiosity, and then he says that he couldn't see me, and I said, well, you better get your eyes checked, because I was on the other, coming down that hill before he would even pull off. And then he's like, well, you just wait till I catch up to you, and we'll pull over, and we'll talk on, we'll settle this and fight, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, come on, buddy. And first off, that old Western Star couldn't keep up in the first place. And then I got into the middle of town here, and I got to take a turn, and there was a bunch of cars coming at me. So then I was basically dead stopped in the middle of the road, and then he's got his four-ways on beside me, holding up another guy behind him, and he's like wanting me to pull over and fight it. I'm like, well, I'm going to go down this road. I'm stopped in the middle of the road by signal on. And sure enough, he just kept on going straight. Oh, big wave from that big Dodge Ram. Come on down. Anyways, he told me he was going to teach me how to drive this truck, and I told him the only thing I'm going to learn off him is how to pull out in front of someone like an a-hole. And yeah, anyways, it's Friday, so I told him to follow me back to the yard. He didn't. Not expecting him to anyway. And what am I going to do? Get out and yell at you? Or, like, and what are you going to do? Are you going to, like, hit me for real? Like, oh, boy. That's why they call them CB Rambos. I got cut off, so I could be a little bit of one, being like, what the heck, what's going on? Like, blah, blah, blah. But this guy just losing it on me because he thought he had been everywhere and done everything, and he's drove every mile that's ever been driven on this planet Earth. But anyways, everybody, I'm going just as slow through town as I was last time, so I was trying to get him to catch up to me. Where are you going, GMC? What are you doing? You see that, people? Did we just see that? Oh, now I'm getting waved at. Oh, Prust. Carl Prust. One of my dad's old employees. It makes sense. I thought we had a drunk guy out here on this Friday, but anyways, turning this corner, nobody trying to fight me, just guys trying to run into me apparently. Getting all the big waves. Yeah, you can go. You can go. I got my signal on. You're good. Yep. So yeah, buddy was parked right here. I'm trying to turn here. Buddy behind us is on the CB, like, what are you ladies doing? And I'm like, I'm trying to turn, buddy. And he's like, well, this guy wants to have a chat with you. And I was like, well, you can come down here and follow my trailer back to the yard. And he's like, oh, these kids today, blah, 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 and pulled off. I appreciate you guys watching. Sorry that this truck has no cojones. Maybe some of you like hearing it, but it's definitely a hard truck to have a big old heavy load behind, but it's just the way she goes. It's got a 350 Detroit in it. Not meant for the job, but that's the way she goes. All right, everybody, I appreciate you watching. Leave me a comment, like the video, subscribe for more. We'll see you on the next one.